Okay, right. Sally, hi.
Hi there,
How do you think it's going?
It's really good, it's really interesting. Some of the things that are very interesting for me, because I'm slightly out of my comfort zone with the new, using the Apple and navigating around, but I find it really exciting, so I'm learning an awful lot.
How are you finding it all?
Very interesting. I enjoyed this morning doing all the photos and watching your voice, doing the voiceover.
Yeah.
Yes, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. And how do you think the children are going to respond?
Very well to it. They're very, brain overload, I think. There's a lot to remember.
I'm really enjoying learning how to use Garageband and iMovie. It's really, really interesting. I think the children are going to love it.
Why do you think the children are going to love it?
It's just really interactive because they love taking pictures and filming movies. So it'll be great for them to learn how to put their own movie together.
You've kind of done this before.
A little bit.
I noticed your timeline was like crammed full of stuff. So, I don't know, do you want to talk a bit about what happened this morning?
So this morning it was great to see a really big mix of teachers and ability of Macs and photos and editing, and we were given just a brief to go out and take some footage of anything to do with opening doors on the South Bank to show how accessible it is to everybody, and we all went out and came back with our footage, so sound recording, stills and video images, and then we were taught very well how to upload everything, drag and drop, put everything into folders, all the things that we fear at school and all the things that always go wrong at school, and then we were shown how to create a complete podcast using the images to start with, using our own audio clips, and then using the jingles from the Garageband to make a little mini movie. And everybody did it basically, and it was amazing to see some people there who were really new to kind of making anything like this be able to achieve something. And it was great to see so many teaching assistants as well, because that was really, really important. I think that's one of the best things that happen today, is having teaching assistants here, because they're the ones who can help, and they're the ones who then they can have these skills and they can take a small group out and they can go with it, and they're just a vital resource I think we need to use more in the CPD. And the use of the Macs, I think that Macs are the future completely, so I think it's really important that we get them out there as much as possible and get children on them. But I think children will mostly enjoy playing and listening to all the sounds they've made, listening and seeing themselves back on the big screen, and like Damien said, just producing a final product. But I think it's excellent, and it's going to be a very exciting project next year.
I really enjoyed going out and just interviewing people. I realised there are a lot of grumpy people in the world and there's a lot of friendly people in the world. That's what I realised today. A lot of people don't like being interviewed very much, but I mean, what was the time when we got here? It was like 10 o'clock in the morning, so I can imagine if someone came up to me and put a camera in my face, I wouldn't be happy about it.
Yeah, it's really useful. I'm not used to using Macs or any of these programs, so it's really useful to have some time to play around and get to know it before I speak to the children about it and get them using it.
Yeah. So what do you think is the most exciting thing about it, do you think?
About the programmes or the project? Generally about the project, it's going to be so exciting for them to have a day out of school, but learning just in a completely different way, I think, and just using these programmes. I think sometimes it's difficult to fit programmes like this, even though we can use them at school, but to fit them into our curriculum. So just to have a day out where this is what we're doing this project, gives them a bit of a focus and a purpose for using them, rather than trying to fit them into an ICT lesson or a literacy lesson or something.
I think I've learnt tons.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know how to edit any of the stuff that we've been editing today. Also, I've not really used Macs that extensively. I've mainly used PCs, so I've learnt a lot from using those software.
But the project should be really fun. It's got a lot of opportunities and it's very broad, and the children will gain lots of new skills and do lots of new things, as will I, which we have learned today. So it's good fun. Enjoyed very much using Garageband to edit photographs and sounds and clips and put them all together to make a little mini film. It's probably the biggest thing I've learned and enjoyed.
I'm really excited. I know the children are going to love it, so I'm just trying to work out how I'm going to implement what we're doing and how it will work out in reality. But I think it's really exciting, really exciting.
And can you envisage any particular problems, do you think, so far?
Maybe that we're over-ambitious with what we want to do in the time slot. I'm just thinking that we've got lots of different elements that we want to add together. So we'll just have to go back and really plan it out very carefully. I think that's the key to it, planning what we can achieve from doing it. And being prepared for the sessions, that's the other thing. Yeah.
The most challenging thing is organisation and getting everything, getting the kids up to as far as you can yourself before you bring them into the BFI, to the computers, so that you're not wasting any time in here. You're making the most of the time that you've got in this Mac suite. So making sure the children know exactly what they're going to do. They've storyboarded, they know what they're doing with their sounds, they understand what to do.
I slowly stepped towards what I thought was an open door. However, every time I got to a door, I was met with this sign. I quickly retreated towards the other sign. "Welcome," it said. And lo and behold, as I walked towards it, well, look what happened. It's worth going through doors. I don't think I said the same voice the whole way there.
You were good,